Clarence Pickett has devoted the major part of his 70 years to the Quaker Church, which now counts 117,000 members in this country. As head of the American Friends Service Committee for many years, he's now the honorary secretary, Mr. Pickett dedicated himself to whatever activities can help human beings in distress. And when he was a co-winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, that was in 1947, the American Friends were cited for the silent help from the nameless to the nameless, which is their contribution to the promotion of brotherhood among nations.
Well, I want first of all to correct one statement you made, Ed. I didn't personally win the Nobel Peace Prize. It was given to the British Quakers and to the American Friends Service Committee jointly.
Yes.
Not to anyone personally. I don't think the time will ever come, however, when just honest, straightforward, simple giving of food and shelter to people who need it, irrespective of whether they're enemy or friend, will be outmoded.
Quakers strive to relieve suffering wherever it is found, without regard to race, religion, or nationality. Our work is the outgrowth of a profound belief in the value of human personality. We have conducted relief work in many countries, During the recent civil war in Spain, we were feeding as many as 350,000 children daily on both sides of that conflict. Since 1939, we have distributed food, clothing, and medical supplies to Spanish refugees in France and to French evacuees from Alsace and Lorraine. Emergency services were set up in the spring of 1940 when 5 million refugees rushed southward. Since the fall of 1940, our efforts have been directed to French children and refugees in the free zone. We have 17 colonies of children where 650 little victims of war receive complete care.
It's quiet now. No more planes or bombs. Just the ruins they left.
Of its major towns, very few are not seared and shattered to a degree that only first-hand knowledge can convey. Let Dortmund serve as an example and as a warning. 80% of the town area is unfit for habitation, and its center is almost completely destroyed. A few streets have, of course, to some degree escaped, and it is here that the life of Dortmund is to be found. But, as is usually the case, the worst damage was done to the workers' flats and houses, down by the railway on the northern side of the town. Yet hundreds still live in these expanses of desolation. Frau Grafia is a busy woman. Much of her time is taken up with getting the family rations. It's a big effort for anyone with no reserves of energy simply to collect the rations, which by themselves will not keep them alive. Supplementary feeding, therefore, is essential.
But amidst the wrecks of flesh and stone have appeared all through Germany brisk little islands of hope, like the Quaker vans that travel to seek the needy. In the Darmstadt Neighborhood Center, one of 10 such centers in Germany, founded by the Friends or Quakers, and inspired by their creed of love and service, born of their belief that all men are brothers, regardless of race or religion. The grown-ups, though desperate for food, clothes, jobs, and homes, are suspicious. They are odd ones, those friends, they think. Why should they help us? The light from the Quaker program spreads and leaves a glow. But the personal dark is still vast and solid.
Well, Mr. Pickett, what was your most recent big relief job?
The most recent one was in the little strip, Gaza Strip, which now belongs to Egypt. Originally was a part of Palestine.
Yes.
Where, as a result of the Arab-Jewish war, there were about 250,000 refugees on just plain, ordinary desert, a little strip 5 miles wide and 20 miles long. The United Nations asked us in '48 if we would undertake relief there, and we did. One of the important things under circumstances of that sort is to bring into the scene the things that spiritually and psychologically stabilize people. The practice of their religious faith was very important. They were practically all Muslims, and we got the old Grand Mufti of Jerusalem to help us plan the program for prayer tents, for prayer rugs, for the call to prayer at noon, and it was amazing how stabilizing that was.
Now, let us take a look at the other side of the world, the vast continent of Asia. The outstanding fact of Asian life is poverty. Poverty so profound, it produces malnutrition, disease, starvation,